Here we are at the corner of the Swinton Town Hall, all watched over by some very fancy spinning ball CCTV. And in case you thought you could sit on a park bench and just have a private chat with someone, nah, they're listening. So why am I here? I want to talk about the comedian Andrew Lawrence. I want to talk about his tweets, and I want to talk about what's happened to him. And I want to talk about the vultures of the mainstream media. I mean, they've ignored Andrew as he builds up an amazingly large YouTube following, as he reignites his comedy tours across the UK. And then all of a sudden, he writes a couple of spicy tweets. He doubles down. I think he's been banned off Twitter. And every single date and venue and bar and club and dive at the end of a Birmingham side street in some suburb, every venue has cancelled young Andrew Lawrence. And it's an absolute shame. Now, for my international audience who doesn't know who Andrew Lawrence is, he is a deadpan monologue comedian. He is a ginger-haired, deadpan monologue comedian. Now, I hope that makes sense. And the reason I mention his ginger ethnicity, a couple of reasons. I actually mentioned ginger ethnicity in a video yesterday, chatting to a mounted policeman on a white horse, but he was ginger. And I told him how rare his phenotype was. And it's the same with Andrew. I'll let these guys walk past. As I was saying, Andrew's phenotype is ginger. And ginger is an anagram of a word that is so spicy that not even the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, she could not walk into, say, a school or a hospital, call someone the anagram of ginger and get away with it. She'd be dethroned by the afternoon. The word is more powerful than the British royal family. I kid you not. Now, Andrew didn't even use that word. And this is a bad intro now. I've kind of made this more dramatic than it actually is. Andrew, as I say, he's a deadpan, sarcastic monologue comedian. And when it's written down, you don't notice the sarcasm. And he made some comment about the England penalties. And I need to be careful how I bloody even mention how Andrew said it, because I'll get banned, I'll get cancelled. Andrew mentioned that the English players of one ethnicity all scored their goals. And then he mentioned that the players of a different ethnicity all missed their goals. That's a fact. There's no controversy. We all saw it. We all saw it live. Has Andrew Lawrence lied? No. But for pointing out this rather mundane fact, which in the 80s, the 90s, the noughties, even the early teens in the 2010s, you could say something like that and people would be like, whatever. They'd have a little snigger and then they'd move on. But nowadays, whoa, we talked about black and white. And in a way that did not exalt the black people, and he's been cancelled. Now that is the big joke here. And I've read the tweets, I've read his doubling down when people were getting offended, and all he stated was brutal facts, and he's been banned and cancelled for that. This just shows you guys just how ridiculous the woke West is, and how dangerous it is to be any sort of, media type person like I am, like Andrew is. And there is a really pernicious, a really nasty subconscious thing that happens to us when we have to monetize our videos on YouTube. You find yourself slightly censoring yourself a little bit to make sure you get the green tick, to make sure that you can actually make a little bit of money off what you're doing. Now, another YouTuber I adore, Aussie Man Reviews, he suffers the same issue. His videos got a little bit less crazy Aussie, a little bit less Bruce Sheila mouth like a toilet, and a little bit more civilized. But he did a mega mix 2 days ago where I don't think he got that monetized. It was classic old Aussie Man, and the jokes, the sex jokes, the butt jokes, the effing this, the effing that, the buggery this. Brilliant. Why am I plugging Aussie Man? He's got 1 trillion times more subs than I do. But what I was saying is, the comedian Andrew Lawrence has now been totally removed. But I want to reach out to Andrew and say, mate, you're not the only one. You weren't the first, you won't be the last. And it's very sad that society is having to bifurcate into two different groups. This is how a civil war starts, and I don't like it. But Andrew, I know you know this. I know you've had a million messages of support this morning, but the vast majority of this country's population are not the woke crowd in central London. They're not lefties in the government or what have you. And trust me, even black people, mate, would look at your tweets and say, well, yeah, has Andrew lied? He just told the truth. This is Charlie Veitch from Central Swinton at the town hall. Can you see the clock tower? It's stuck at 8:40 in the morning. That's not the time. Anyway, we're all watched over. But Andrew, stay strong. Keep it up. You've not been banned off YouTube. So I can't wait to see either the professor, the constable, the agent to the stars, or the guy who loves a tear up and a pint. So bring it on, Andrew. See you on YouTube.